Good morning. Wanted to make sure I captured this from last night. I went to dinner with some friends here, and want to preface with make sure that the context is set that like we've had deep conversations before and shared struggles and things like that before. And one of the guys is I don't know how to describe like a straight shooter, like tells you how it is type of thing, and it's kind of funny but also interesting. They were basically, this wasn't the whole night, but basically getting roasted um, last night, and and what I wanted to capture was like they were basically explaining how like I I filter out and don't listen to my emotions and feelings. And he was explaining in the context of like talking to people and starting exchanges. Like you have that feeling in your body, and like my mind filters it out, or like gets scared, comes up with excuses why. Oh, that's a doggo. Uh, Excuses why I shouldn't do it, basically. And there's some other things, but that was one of the core pieces that came up, and I felt the desire to be like, look, like you don't have the full context, and like I do feel emotions very deeply. I think is one of the things that makes me unique is my ability to deeply feel. Um, and so like, I don't fully agree with that, and this and this and this, and I heard that chatter, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just not. I'm just like your time, like talking to my own mind. Like you've had your time, and whether or not it is true, it is factually accurate. Kind of doesn't even matter anymore, because regardless of whether it's true or not, that is the impression that I've given other people, and that in a way is true. And so it's like you can come up with your like rebuttals. And, but actually you don't have the context. And, actually let me explain how I. Oh, actually that's not. It's like no. And so it's like I'm just not gonna say anything. I just listened. I just listened. I was like I listened as if it were true, and that was an interesting experience and distinction that I felt last night. That realization that like whether or not what they say is true doesn't matter, because it is the impression that I've given, and that in a way is also true. And so anyways, I had a long conversation with a very close friend yesterday. She's also a coach, and she was explaining to me this like I don't really know exactly how to describe it, but it's like astrology type thing. And she was reading my whatever description, and she was like, "Yeah, Peter's going through like a very um, unique. I don't know how to describe it. Like unique time in his life. Like this period will not happen for another 19 years, and like the people he surrounds himself are very important and like matter essentially. And I was thinking about that. I'm thinking about how I was reading The Alchemist, which is a book that was recommended to me from another coach I met here. And the idea of omens and life, like, um, oh, just kind of like a wave of emotions. Like life giving you omens and lessons, life lessons and learnings. Gonna not get electrocuted by this wall. And I kind of felt that last night. I was like, now is not my time to talk or be intellectual. It is just to experience and be and listen. And I almost felt because I document a lot of things. I take a lot of notes because I want to capture learnings and things and process things. And I don't know, I had a weird sense last night where I was like, I'm just not gonna capture this. I'm just gonna like live it. I'm just gonna experience it, you know? So anyway, I think that's kind of what has been on my mind and I wanted to capture. So anyway, see you later.